But the riders are all out on the circuit at the moment. No wet weather tyres. So caution the byword. Ahmed Afif Amran, Akid Aziz on pole for Pitspike for Malaysia. And they once again got off to an excellent start yesterday. They're both off the line very quickly today. They've taken Husni Zainal with them. Husni Zainal, bike number 143. Remember, all he needs is a P15 and he will be champion.
The Pitspike duo got away really well, especially Akid Aziz, actually. But it's yesterday's race winner, who had a nasty high side in warm-up this morning, Afif Amran, who is our early leader.
And he's taken with him the champion-elect, Husni Zainal Fauzi. And Husni will probably, he does like to be in the front part of races. We don't see an awful lot of him leading Husni, but when it comes to the business end, that's when he gets really interested. Just so long as you're competitive coming into the final stages. Right to the very, very back, you saw the penalty of Aditya Fauzi and Hafiz Farrell. So they are safely out from pit lane.
Yeah, Aditya didn't finish yesterday. Oh, yes, he did. Yeah, he finished a little way down the order, but he did make his way up from that very disadvantaged start into the leading group at one stage.
You're right, he finished 9th in the end, picked up 7 points, but leading the way, Ahmed Fazrul Sham, always there or thereabouts. You can see that the slippery corner. Let's keep a very close eye on how gingerly the riders move into this corner. Charles Shazras is there. You're quite right on this circuit, because there's two distinct parts, the northern and southern circuit. It can be radically different on one side of the circuit and wet on the other.
A little bit of elbows there between the two Cardinals riders. Fazrul Sham, about whom we've been talking, but also the returning Izzat, yeah. And he's no cream puff, that's for sure.
He's terrific. Really, really pleased to see him back. It was an accident that happened in his local competition, the Capri. Well, riders, apart from those elbows, for the most part riding for underbone standards, relatively conservatively. It's Ahmed Afif Amran who is leading the way. And just behind him, Charles Shazras, bike 61, puts his front wheel out to have a little look. Turn 15.
Yeah.
Oh, Ahmed Fazrul Sham is down.
Oof. And he just missed by that rider in yellow. Couldn't quite see which yellow bike it was, because I was looking at the rider and praying. Very unfortunate. Let's take another look. There he is, number 11, moving to the outside. And
just gets squeezed in.
Yeah, that's one of the
Shazras
that cut across and hit him. Very unfortunate for the Malaysian veteran. Not his fault, but he is down and out.
Well, there's always a story with the veteran, Ahmed Fazrul Sham. This is a story that he won't want to be retold. Charles Shazras just cutting off. Glad to see those older bones are walking away.
Yeah, Gilbert Kreshner at the front, his teammate, and most likely champion just behind him, Husni. Afif Amran there, Akid Aziz there. There's just the same story yesterday. What's different is that the two fluorescent lime yellow,
they're missing.
Yeah, Race Tech 60 bikes are not in the group. That's the difference. They've got time to get up there, but let's take a look.
We just saw them flashing through in the second group with underbone, though, because you're in kind of a peloton. A secondary group is able to catch up with the first group. Peter Kreshner is leading the way still. Charles Shazras, oh, how tight is that? Oh, that's 5 abreast going up the hill at 9. I wince. What are they doing when they're in the midst of that pack?
Yeah, this is tight stuff. How many riders in that first group? It is about our usual 12 or 15.
It's lucky it's a wide track, Sepang. Husni Zainal in that group, Ahmed Afif Amran in that group, bike number 50. He's the one to look out for. Akid Aziz is currently on the inside. He's in third place at the moment. Both pit spikes going quite nicely at the moment. The race techs are there.
I think they might have been caught up in that Shazras Fazrul incident.
143 leads the way and then is just engulfed. How would you set up for this? These two long straights, you've got to get a drive out of 15, but you've got to have the power on that long straight to be in competition once you hit turn 15.
It's really difficult because what you can't see on the TV pictures is that there's adverse camber, so the turn is pushing the riders to the outside, so if you go too wide you're going to be in trouble. If you take the short route round the inside you won't get the drive out. So many ways to kill that particular cat.
As they buzzed past us in the commentary box, 1 through 15, 1.009 separating 1 through 15. Included in that group, Sato Fernando, the experienced Filipino for Kobe Sek Yamaha, Nazir LFN of Husni Zainal, April King Moscado, Pitapong Leboinpeng from Team One for All, and the All Black Daniel Damar.
Yeah, Shirat featuring there at the front. The number 70, he was there until late in the day yesterday.
Of course, it's Shirat who's in All Black, isn't it? Yes, yes. Good spot. Thank you for the correction.
Shazras at the front, the FIFA ramp, keeping himself there. He did walk away from that crash after taking a few moments to compose himself, obviously winded. And Pirapong, there was a loose wire that put an end to his race yesterday. Back straight.
It's everybody up the hill, the Race Tech 60s, Waiwaji Trilaksana and Dimas Juliet Moko just beginning to make their presence felt as we approach halfway. 6 laps around the 5.5 kilometre circuit. Little look over the shoulder from Pitapong Leboinpeng. And 2:12 makes a move.
Just looking at Dimas there, he's going wide. This is one of the fantastic things about Sepang. There's so many lines you can take, especially through 12, 13, 14 and onto the back straight.
When do they make the move out? So they're hugging the grandstand. This unique grandstand as Pitapong Leboinpeng tries to take the inside line. Ahmad Afif Amran is there as well, and there's your potential champion. Bike 143, resplendent, looking confident, happily placed in P4 at the moment. As they come for at the moment, it's Pitapong who has the lead from Ahmad Dawisi, Ahmad Afif Amran and Husni Zainal nicely tucked into P4.
Yeah, there's a stream Yuzi Honda's doing well. Just cutting to the outside there was Shawaz Shazras, the 61. Dawisi is the 51. Well, that was a confident move there by Shawaz Shazras.
2 seconds separating 1 from 20. This massive group.
Shazras just gets a little nudge there from Shirat.
In race 1 yesterday, we had number 50 Ahmad Afif Amran pulling away from the rest of the pack, but not until the final lap. So maybe something similar at the moment. He's had to go off the tarmac there. And Akid Aziz is also forced just to check up and stand up a little bit straighter.
Yeah. Afif Amran did say that after his runaway win yesterday, he was going to have to think of something different today, a different strategy, because he's probably been rumbled by the rest of the field.
This time the runaway is coming from Pitapong. It's a little bit early to be leading. Yep, looks over the shoulder. They're chasing me, they're chasing me.
Pirapong, what did you expect to see?
It's the race tech of Dimas Juliet Moko that's right on his tail, right on his back wheel. As they go up the hill, that's turn 9. And then long double right-hander. That's the countryside.
Back turn 9, we talk about turn 1 and turn 15. Turn 9 is actually the slowest. It's a really slow turn.
down the hill, you slingshot around, get yourself ready into position. What kind of a line and what kind of a drive do you get into the long straight? Well, Racetech, Dimas Juliet Moko looks like he's got the best line, but you soon get swamped by a mass of colour. Charles Chazras is still there. Ahmad Afif Amram, bike 50 in the middle of those 4 yellow helmets. But it's still Pittapong who leads the way. And Pittapong's led for the best part of a lap, Barry, and 150, that is exceptional.
Yeah, he has, and he's still there. That was a nice line, nice drive out of turn 15. Dimas Juliet Moko just pipping him as they cross the finish line.
Daniel Damar with another strong performance for Yamaha LFN. The 2 pit spikes of Akid and Ahmad Afif Amram, 4 and 5. Bad boy Charles Chazras is still there in 6 as well. April King Moscado and Fahmi Bassam still in the hunt. Husni Zainal down in P13.
Gupta Krishna a few places ahead. 13's good enough for the championship.
It is. There's Husni's team. Might be good enough for the championship. Wouldn't be good enough for Husni, not with his season.
Definitely not.
4th, remarkably, his worst result in 9 races.
Just to finish every race in Underbones is quite an achievement. But only 1 off the podium, and that was P4. Incredible, incredible. Can't say that often enough.
Also great credit to the technicians and the engineers, the way that they set up the bike. Yes, it is, of course, all about the rider on the bike and his tactics, but you've got to have the machinery to work with. And Zir LFN have given Husni exactly that. Pit spike look like they've given Akid and Afif Amram something to work with today as well, because they're 1 and 3 at the moment.
Yeah, Akid Aziz briefly had a few breaths of fresh air at the front. Back in the fumes now, this time, of Dimas Juli. Bassam there as well, sorry Des.
Well, 145 comes through for the first time. First time we've seen Daniel Damar leading. Masato Fernando, the experienced Filipino. We like Masato, we like longevity.
Yeah, longevity and characters and just the enthusiasm they bring to the paddock.
So the purple livery of Adib Arsiad. Haven't seen an awful lot of Uma racing today. Bottom left of your screen is the Zir LFN team, ready for them to celebrate if their man comes in anywhere from P1 to P15. Zir LFN will be the champions today. Husni Zainal will be the champion today.
Husni and Gupita both towards the back of that group as things stand. We're on the back straight for the penultimate time, and look who's there on the left, close to the front.
Fahmi Bassam, 222, defending champion. We saw yesterday he doesn't want to give his crown up easily. There were elbows flying to prevent Husni taking the title with 3/4 of the season gone. And it's going to be Fahmi Bassam who's one of those who's leading the way, in fact is leading the way as they come over line, and it's like it's a swarm of bees that go past us. 0.9 of a second between P1 and 19. 0.9 of a second.
By Underbone standards, even that is quite something. That's incredible. All kinds of elbows. That was a real rehearsal for what we're going to see in about 2 minutes from now as they get to the final turn for the last time.
Brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Brace yourselves, riders. This could be nervy. Yep. A little bit of sweat despite the lead that they've got, but LFNs here are looking pretty good.
Yeah, their bikes are in the middle of that little group of 19. Gupita swings through to the front.
There's the championship, bottom right as it stands. Husni Zainal 74 points clear of Fahmi Bassam. So it's not a case of just if he finishes. If Fahmi Bassam doesn't win, then this is over.
Ooh, there's some quality at the front here. 2 times champion Gupita, just behind him 2 times champion Wayuaji Trilaksana. What a spectacle this is.
Zato Fernando drops down as they just get themselves ready. Position number 1 to get into, coming into the long straight, and then the long straight into the final corner, and then the race to home. They come up the hill. It's all about positioning from here on inwards, Barry.
It is. Now let's see what they do. You've got some very, very wise heads in that leading group. 2 Race Tech 60s. They were missing from the group after being caught up in the Shazras Hazrul incident, but both there now. Oh, everybody's there.
Everybody's there. Charles Shazras is the man who's leading. There's no breakaway this time. Pit spike, well, maybe there is a breakaway. Akid Aziz has gone the long way round, tries to slingshot his way into the lead. So a look over the shoulder from Akid Aziz. Of course, he sees a swarm behind him. Akid Aziz leads the way. Ahmed Afif Amran is there. Keep an eye on bike number 142 as well, that 143. He's chasing the championship. But wow, this is going to be a close finale.
And on the inside there, lots of elbows. Everybody stayed up.
Everybody has stayed up, and now it's a race for home. And the race for home, Fahmi Bassam is chasing. Fahmi Bassam is defending. Ahmed Afif Amran and Fahmi Bassam. It's a whisker, and well, it's being given to Afif Amran. To me, it looked like it was Fahmi Bassam. And right the way down, I can tell you, in P8 was Husni Zainal. Husni Zainal is the champion. That's why those celebrations are going on, but the race has to be decided by Russell.
Yeah, that was a really, really determined effort from Fahmi Bassam. I think that, yeah, he just lost it on the line.
There's your champion, though.
But it was all but inevitable. His worst finish of the season.
Yes, with his worst performance of the season. Husni Zainal is your champion with 2 races to go.
But that was one incredible race. Even by underbone standards, a group of 19.
1.42 seconds separate P1 from P20.
Yeah.
P1 from P20. In the midst of it all, 0.899 of a second down was Husni Zainal Fawzi. We're still awaiting the victory. It's been given to Ahmed Afif Amran. Would be a win double. I think it should belong to 222 Fahmi Bassam, but only the photo finish will tell.
Okay, we're going to agree disagreeably on that. Sorry, disagree agreeably.
Yes. Let's have a look. Fahmi Bassam, 222, leads the way. The outgoing champion, but outgoing with the best effort he can give. Ahmed Afif Amran comes through, and oh, wow.
No, I've looked at it again. I don't know. This is the angle we need. On the outside is Afif Amran, and that is what, 6,000ths of a second.
It is.
Looks like
6,000th of a second.
Yeah.
Ahmed Afif Amran, a win double.